Hi all. I promised that I would record on the first day that I had this deck. I have charged this deck. I've been assured from the other side that it's charged enough. It's charged to pick up on the energy of the collective, and I have a small YouTube. So it's a small collective, but it means that if you're seeing this video, you were meant to find this deck, find these cards. I have been working with this deck personally for, I don't know, maybe a month. And I charged my own copy to be connected to my own guides. And so this copy is a copy I have for the channel. And you can see that we have, this is an oracle deck, but it does have the equivalent of the major arcana, whichever. And there's a big bird theme in this deck in general. There's a suit of birds in the minor, a full suit of birds, which is just like one of birds, two, ace of birds, two of birds, etc. But then there are many birds also in the major suit. And so the cards that we have, this is the current situation. And it's both cards are major arcana. The peacock and the pelican. I hope you can see well. The book does have detailed descriptions of each card. So I will be reading from the book because I have not memorized this whole deck. And then once I have, and I want to read the description and everything to be maximum accessible because the description is there. So there's a description and a meaning for each card. It's honestly like kind of like reading a novel about a oracle deck. Technically it is an oracle deck, but it has the same number of cards as a tarot deck. It actually has 79 cards because there's a bonus card. I resonate very strongly with the peacock, so there is a lot that I can say about the peacock coming up in the present moment. But so this is the present and this is the future, like forthcoming, like what we're moving into. And so, but let me read, while I try to show this as much as I can, let me read both the description of both cards. You come upon a glowing doorway in the middle of a shallow pool of water. The peacock sits atop the door, and atop the door, and its feathers cascade down with eyes that seem to follow your every move. As you lock eyes with the bird, a feeling of, one moment, a feeling of ease washes over you. So remember, this is the present moment. A feeling of ease washes over you. It is the gatekeeper between the physical world and the spirit plane. It gives you assurance that you moving forward will lead to another fertile world. The pulsing colors within the door call you towards it, and you step through, unsure of what is to come. So that's the physical description of the card, and I will show the card, and that's like the doorway they are talking about, with the peacock on top of the doorway. And then the description of the card meaning says the peacock lives between two worlds. It is a reminder that it is possible to find a happy balance between things like work and love the grounded, and the spiritual. This card is about nurturing yourself and finding peace in the world you live in. When you see the peacock in a reading, it can also be representative of an increasingly strong bond to the earth or a need to reconnect with it. This can be a card that speaks about great unions of unlikely things, and it asks us to keep an open mind whenever possible. So again, showing the card. I really love this deck so much. And thank you for your patience while I've been decluttering. I am not fully decluttered, which is why this is like my regular table. And that little desk I had was on top of this little table because I was experimenting. So that is the current moment, like how we're going through a doorway. It seems perfect for the introduction to this deck, because this is like, if you're feeling the energy of this deck, this is the energy of the deck that I feel all the time. It does feel like this deck is a portal, like the whole deck. And this specific one, it says it's for easing the soul. It's really about the bridge between the soul and past lives, etc. So this is a perfect introduction to this deck. So I really like that idea. I love everything about this. I have a peacocks. The whole idea of peacocks follows me everywhere in my life. So I've like resonated with the idea of peacock as a spiritual symbol, like literally since I was starting out in all of this, which was in my childhood. Actually, I can show you right now. I just got, so my room is a mess, so excuse me one moment. It's still being decluttered, but I just got this peacock art for my wall. So, I just got this. I just hung it the other day. We're still hanging art. Okay. Now, we're moving into the idea of the pelican, which is I did shuffle, but I also trust what comes out. When I pulled these cards, I pulled from the middle of the deck after shuffling, and they still came out kind of close together. I will continue doing as much shuffling as I can. It is a little bit physically taxing for me, and I don't shuffle exactly like how everyone shuffles, so I do shuffle off screen. And then here we have the pelican. You can pretty clearly see the pelican, and I have to get the page back where the pelican was. One moment. Woo, one moment. Okay, so I'm reading from the book again. First is, and also for the peacock, it says nurturing, merging opposites. And for the pelican, it says structure, control, discipline. So this is what we're moving into. The pelican is the first bird you encounter as you cross over to the spirit plane. It is the emperor of the unknown, the glowing scepter in its claws filters the world you see, and instead of the pelican shows you what must be seen. It is the guide for yourself within yourself. It requests your deepest fears, sorrows, and pains to come to the surface. For some, only mere hours are spent with the pelican, but for others, it can be years. Once you have settled your physical karmic debt, the pelican takes the debt into its scepter and grants you passage forward. So that's the description of the card, and I'll show the card again. So you can see the scepter, and it's on like a pedestal kind of thing. The pelican essentially represents spirit plane boot camp. When it comes to a reading, it can be a symbol of structure and control, but it can also represent rigidity and coldness. If so, there may be a need to confront your inner self. When you see the pelican, ask yourself if you are avoiding something that needs confrontation in order to move on, or perhaps ask if you are being controlling about something that requires lightness. So really, this is about the entry into the spirit realm. This deck does, see, now we can sort of see both cards, like, equally. Entry into the spirit realm, and it's kind of like boot camp could be like a reference to like any kind of like spiritual, like when you experience like you're coming into the spirit realm and you're learning through like a life review and reviewing things that you may have to go over. And I do hope that you feel the energy of the collective, because I really honestly feel the energy of the just the energy of the collective when I work with this deck, which is why I really wanted to work with this deck on this channel. This really aligns with like it's like a kind and a very serious deck. Like, it pulls no punches, and it really aligns with like the type of mediumship that I align with, because I don't know, I'm very like, I as a person am very like serious business. I have to say, like, I should like spend more time having fun, and I'm usually not like super like jovial or like joking around or anything like that. I'm very like serious about my work. I feel like this is a good introduction to this deck, and I just hope that it resonates with you. If you would like to, you can like the video, you can follow, you can, subscribe. I will be doing a oracle reading. Like, right now I'm doing oracle cards for a few reasons, and I'm really resonating with oracle decks. I have a ton of oracle decks in the house. I have a bunch of tarot decks too, but I'm still reading tarot books like you wouldn't believe. And I'm also, in August, I'm taking a class. Yay! But this is a oracle deck that's structured very closely to a tarot deck, but it's very unique. I really resonate with it. I really, really resonate with it, so I hope you can feel like a good energy from this. If you resonate with this reading, it does help me if you interact with the channel. This got delivered this morning, and I promised I would, as soon as I had it, I would record. So this is my task for the channel for today, and I will, I have many things happening this summer, but I'm going to be firming up. I'm definitely going to be doing recordings on Mondays, readings on Mondays, and I'll be able to probably figure out this week what other day of the week I can do like a teaching video. So I hope you've been resonating with the channel. It does help the channel if you subscribe or like the video. I do not always remind people to like, please subscribe to me. I think we all have a little bit mixed feelings about the algorithm, so, whatever you feel comfortable with, but I do hope that this resonates with you, and that you feel a good energy from this deck, and that, it pulls no punches, but it's a really powerful energy to me, and I'm looking forward to using this deck more and going back to my other oracle decks for when I do angel readings on this channel. So I hope this resonated. I hope this brings you something to think about, and kind of like thinking about the the possibilities with kind of the connection between here and the other side, and I just hope that this resonated in some way. Have a great day.